Alright, I saw Young Copper in the Zodiac Discord was asking for advice and looking at playing Time Thieves. And I've been wanting to talk about this deck for a little while, so yes, we're going to be looking at Time Thieves today and kind of what the fuck this deck can do in today's metagame. So let's dig it. We have a couple replays and then we'll get into the deck profile for you guys. So we're going to be looking at Time Thieves. And this card is so dumb. This is the Time Thief Regulator himself. If you control no other monsters, you contribute this card and special summon 2 Time Thieves from your deck. So we're going to go ahead here. We're going to lure. We're going to get Ash Blossom. I'm actually shocked that our opponent did that, but absolutely okay. So this is where Time Thief Regulator is going to do his thing. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to special summon the Beelzeship and Winder himself. I'm going to call him Space Windu for all intents and purposes. So Winder is going to get to recur from the deck, and we're going to get to banish from our opponent's graveyard if we really want to, but we're not going to be bad. So Winder's going to get ogred. Okay, sure. We're going to go ahead and recur for the Time Thief Hack. So during the turn that you're special summoned, Xyz monsters you control cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. Also, your opponent cannot target them with card effects. You can target one face of Xyz you control. It will gain 300 attack for each material currently attached to it. And also, if it has a material owned by your opponent, it can attack directly. Okay, so we're going to just kind of set up here. We're going to resolve Nessie. We're going to go ahead and just continue resolving these guys. And this is where we make Ye Old Witch's Apprentice. And this is where Soul Charge comes in clutch. So we're Soul Charging for 3. Now we're going to go ahead and establish Rusty Tin Can over here. Rusty Tin Can's going to do his thing. We're going to go ahead and bring out Time Thief. I'm going to call him Reorder for all intents and purposes, but he is a Redoer. So he has many effects. So you can detach, or you can attach the top card of your opponent's deck to this card as a quick effect. And then you can, it's during the standby phase you get to attach material. And then the quick effect is you can detach up to 3 different types of cards from this guy, and then apply the following effects depending on it. So if it's a monster, you can banish this card to the end phase. Okay. If it's a spell, you get to draw a card, and then if it's a trap card, you can place 1 face-up card your opponent controls on the top of the deck. So this card is fucking dumb. So we're going to go ahead and do our thing. Hello. I'm going to go ahead and special summon our friend, special summon this guy, and then we get to make another copy of Redoer. Now, of course, both of these are he's going to warp out because he wants to, I don't know, he's doing his thing over here. And of course, at this point in time, we get to just go, oh, hey, that's mine now. Now, we have Trickster Light Stage being activated. We're going to go ahead and rank up on this one because he doesn't need materials, right? And this is where we get to make Azathoth. Yay! Our opponent can't play the game on their turn. We've done it. Oh, so dumb. Rusty Tin Can getting the negate, and at this point in time, it's just kind of all downhill from here. Oh, man. We get to just set another one. Continue recurring. I think this deck is going to be dumb. Literally. Poke. Now, we just get him back, and then we just get to reattach. Like, why does this exist? Trickstar Candina getting ashed. Redoer doing his thing for the free bounce. And you just lock your opponent at this point. Like, what even is this? This deck's going to be dumb. Like, I'm actually looking forward to this. A little bit more than I should. Yeah, and then you just burst down your opponent there. Oh. Well, we have another replay here, and this is against Shinobirds. This one's not as good, but this is just mainly more of a showcase to kind of see what the deck can actually do. Dangers, go! Alright, we Witches, Shade Brigadine, making Reorder, or Redoer. I'll just steal more of your stuff. Aratama. Well, unfortunately, our opponent didn't get to do anything. I'll just keep taking your stuff. Hello, Rusty. Rusty gonna set that rank up. And of course we can warp him out into the Azathoth. Ah, that's so dumb. Because you can just kick him out, and then he has nothing. But fuck it, we'll just keep stealing our opponent's shit, right? Tornado Dragon. Don't mind if I do. Man, this is dumb. Our opponent just rage quits here. Huh. God, I love this deck. Alright, let's talk about the deck profile and kind of what is going on here. So this deck is pretty much relying on the PK engine and the same way through the rank up magic quick launch. So during the main phase, you can target one Dark Xyz you control with no materials, special summon from your extra deck one Dark Xyz monster is one rank higher than the monster that you control by using it as Xyz material, and if you do, attach this card to it as an additional material. So we can start spamming Azathoths on our opponent's turn. I know, it's cheeky, it's broken, it's great, and of course, they've left the Danger Engine alone for us long enough to start abusing this shit even more. So, this is a little bit of love for the new Time Thief monster. And I think that this deck has a lot of potential, just because literally the engine for Phantom Knights just goes in everything. So we were playing 2 copies of Nessie, getting the ability to reveal and feed off more stuff and add a danger card is exactly what we want. Of course, triple copies of a Winder himself, so you can detach one material from an Xyz that you control, special summon this card from your hand. If this card is normal or special summon, you get to add a Time Thief card from your deck to your hand. So you get to, literally, if you've already set up, you get to feed for whatever you need to. And now, of course, we're playing triple copies of Mothman. This is a level 4 that gets you additional draw power further into the deck, more draw cards. This is kind of what we need. Now, we are playing 2 copies of Time Thief Bezel Ship. Quick effect, you contribute this card, target one Time Thief Xyz monster you control, attach one card from your opponent's graveyard to that monster's material, and if this card is in your graveyard, you can detach one material from an Xyz you control and special summon this card, but banish it when it leaves the field. Doesn't really matter if you do that on your turn and you just stick it back under, you get more materials. It's pretty cute. And of course, this card, our Lone Fire Blossom. If you control no monsters, you contribute this card to some 2 Time Thieves with different names from your deck in defense mode, except for Time Thief Regulator. So yeah, when an Xyz monster controls destroyed by battle while this card is in your graveyard, you get to splash summon this guy, banish when it leaves the field. And that's what I was talking about earlier. Like, also, when you bring this guy back, if he's the only one, and you bring on another guy and you Xyz with him, you can reuse him because he hasn't technically left the field. He's material now. It's kind of broken. Now, of course, we're packing triple copies of Tsuchinoko. Yeah, I know. 2 copies of Ancient Cloak, just feeding for the Phantom Knight engine is what we want to do. We have triple copies of Jackalope, and of course, triple copies of Silent Boots, just acting as additional extenders to get to Rusty Tin Can. Now, of course, we do have 2 copies of Ash Blossom. Yes, hand traps, we have to play them. Now, we're playing triple Allure of Darkness, just as turbo options to make sure we can get further into the deck. 1 copy of Soul Charge, this card makes the world go round. 1 copy of Monster Reborn, 2 copies of Rank Up Magic Quick Launch. Azathotting for another Azathoth. Literally resolving 1 Azathoth and then on the next turn being able to make a second Azathoth is fucking dumb. 2 Called by the Grave. You can possibly test 3. It's kind of up to you for your own intents and purposes. We have 1 copy of Time Thief Hack. I absolutely love this card. This is literally... I hope you enjoy Rongo Bongos with this. Of course, we have 1 Shade Brigadane as the extender, and triple copies of the Fog Blade, just hashtag Phantom Knight things. Now, the extra deck down here, we have 2 copies of Apprentice Witch. We have 2 copies of Rusty Tin Can, 1 copy of Leviair, just for the extenders, 2 copies of Break Sword for disruption, 1 copy of Nightmare, 1 copy of Exotot Knight, 1 copy of Tornado Dragon, triple copies of Redoer. God, this card is going to cause headaches. So, once again, during the standby phase, you get to take the top card of your opponent's deck, sweep it into this guy as material. And then, quick effect, you can detach up to 3 cards from this card. 1, you'll make him blink out with no materials. That's the point in which you want to rank him up, right? And then, of course, if you have a spell, you can draw a card. And a trap card, you get to place 1 card from your opponent controls on the top of their deck. Literally, this is probably one of the dumbest disruption cards to exist in the game. And I'm actually surprised that they made everything as an option in this deck, widely available. I'm not exactly happy with the fact that this deck gets to be an Azathoth deck, but, you know, you kind of take the good with the bad when you look at these archetypes and things like that. So, this is the first rough draft of the new Time Thief that we're going to actually get the chance to see. I know many people out there are working on this deck, and I do want to thank Copper for giving me the opportunity to share this information with you guys, kind of see where people generally are going with ideas with this deck, and just generally in Yu-Gi-Oh! In general at the moment, because there's a lot of interesting things happening in the game. And, man, TCG got a lot of new toys in this set, whether or not it be Subterra or Time Thief. I'm looking forward to this. So, guys, please, so comment down below, down there. Tell me what you guys think. And, well, guys, I'm out. Peace. The ride never, well, truly ends. Thank you, patrons. Without you guys, I don't know what I'd be wearing in these videos. I might be a Truffle Shuffle incident all over again. Guys, please also check out VanCole40 for some awesome Vanguard content. Some other interesting stuff you might find up here on the left or in the description as well. Thanks for watching.